Louise. Yeah. All right, come back. You can look out of the live and log back in. Guys, we need $559 more. Send what you can in the payment methods, and I'm asking you to support the live goal. Everybody start to support the live goal. Click on the likes and send the likes to 1 million likes. Everybody click support the live goal. If I cash up, gonna send cash up. PayPal, send PayPal so we can start our quick case. We need $559. It's gift time. Send whatever you can. Support the live goal, I said. Thank you. All right, so Louise.
Before we start,
okay.
I just want to say this way, and it's been a long locally, and I don't want to go back too much over what we're saying because technically, I just think we do that. I just want to do the credit of saying that I stole off my parents' legacy or property. I don't know what he's saying, but I think what he was actually saying, in effect, was I had sold my parents' legacy and I was using their money. Miss Lee, I don't know where ABLEBOSS got this idea from. You know, I don't know about my own financial situations on live too much, but one thing I have come to realise is, and it's a shame because I think it's black people in general. Black people in general, I don't believe they can see a young person and feel that that young person, you know, can have their own business, can have money, you know, can have a career. It's almost like they can't see that. I had so much. My parents' home is still standing there. We don't want to sell that. We don't want to touch that. We've left it there. It has to go at some point, we know. But at this point, my dad isn't even gone a year yet. I'm not selling anything of his clothes. Everything is still in the house. You know, Abel has said a lot about me wanting to sell a house so I can shoot like other shooters. I mean, that's insane. You make money. You don't waste money. I'm not going to sell a house so I can be a shooter for him. That doesn't make sense.
Okay. Okay. So Louise, let me tell you what he's running with now. He's talking about how many texts in his phone of you and him, and the looking and the daying with how you are begging for there with you, and he doesn't want you because he have him woman. So now you are shootout L for try prove to people. You understand that you have money or you're a big shooter because the shooter them who did that use gone, his sister them whomever. Louise, my question is, I know we go over a lot of things last night, and we're not going to really go back over them, the maybe 1 and 2, but did Abel tell you how much was the surgery for his behind?
No. Let me just how I ended up getting the picture in the first one, because I think that's really important. Now, Abel was meant to come to England, and of course, he's not going to be coming to England because he has a woman and he has plans. Fine. But he couldn't tell me that. So what he told me instead was, he sent me that picture and then said to me, listen, I've got to go to America first so that I could have this surgery. So I won't be able to come to England. And that's how he told me he wasn't coming to England. But he knew he couldn't just say, you know, any decent person would have just said, listen, you know, I want to go to America first. That's my first choice. And then after I go to America, I'll come to England. But he couldn't tell me that.
Okay. Louise, would you say you and Abel had a relationship?
I don't know what we had, Miss Bling, if I'm really honest. I used to say it was a situationship. And he used to say, no, it was a situationship. You know, and then we kind of agreed that we had a friendship and not a relationship. It was difficult because I've got text messages of him saying to me that I'm his queen, I'm his only one now. So he's got the text message of me saying to him, of him saying to me, I have a woman. And then there's all these text messages, which he hasn't shown you, and he's not going to show you that, which is saying to me, listen, Abel, bye. I'm not hanging around here. And then he's coming, but I mean, there is so many text messages. Honestly, it could make a book.
But Louise, he's saying that you deleted messages. Is that true?
Deleted messages like how? When you open a message on, we both have iPhones. When you open a message on WhatsApp, you can't delete that message either after you've opened it. I've deleted messages to him, but it's within that time frame. And you can do that.
Hold on. Jaden, no disrespect, Jaden.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
I would just rather
Okay, Jaden, she don't want to talk. She don't want to talk to anybody else. Only me.
No.
What? Lord Jesus, Jaden, later. Louis, don't pay Jaden any mind. He's like that.
I didn't hear what you said.
He said he was just ask for eat.
Oh.
But he's like that. No pay him no mind.
That's fine.
Oh, Jesus, you would let Jaden eat you?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. No, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't hear. What is it? Oh, you mean
Louis, stop. Let's go back to where we was. Yes, that's what he wants to do. He likes you and he wants to eat you.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, Jesus. This boy need help. All right, so back to us. Because I started scared, Louise. Don't pay no mind.
No, I don't know.
All right, so, Louise, what is telling people? You just upset because you're looking and him never want you. But when we read the text message, I'm speaking about me. I don't care what others are saying. People are bashing you and saying that you're Yamed and why you still continue to send money. I don't see you as a Yamed in this situation. Let me tell you what I see. You are like a concerned friend who really wants to help him. That's what I see. Then no, him putting in your head say him really like you because remember he came into your DM and him started tell you say him love you. Am I right?
Yes.
So now, Louise, nothing. All our people are on the app never done and you like him have a woman. Even when him did there foreign the other day and you know him did there the place with the one day and him did me come out come say fuck beauty bar and them. So like nothing never really register in your head. Like say, why these people saying these things and those nothing never make you feel like you want to take a good look at what people were saying?
Well, I think that's very interesting because there's so many text messages about that. You know, where I said to him, like, you know, I read a comment once and I went back to him with a comment and he got so angry and said, you're the only person in my circle that comes back to me with nonsense. And it was about him being with another woman. So
around his birthday time, right?
Yeah.
That's why he took your money, Louise. He was with another woman that time.
I know. And we fought and argued over that. During that period, if you look at the dates around that time, Abel and I had the most horrendous arguments. And I just wanted to go. I've got so many text messages that people would find so interesting. I wanted to go. I didn't want to be part of it. But the point I'm making is he wouldn't let me go. Because if I blocked him, he finds a way to come back in, he'll call me on a different number, you know, or he'll send a WhatsApp. And I take a screenshot of the person who sends me the WhatsApp. Like yesterday, he sent me a WhatsApp. It was a woman. But when I was reading the text, it was him.
Because he's a manipulator. I keep telling people, and he put on the show for you he put on the show to be a victim. The dick picture that he sent you, was it in one view?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Why didn't he send the ass picture to you in one view? Because he was looking for help for you to go do the surgery on his ass, right?
Yeah, because the pictures were sexual. They were sent sexually. The bottom picture was more medical. He wanted to know, you know, he wanted to give me a reason, because he had to give me a good reason why he wouldn't come to England. Because the bank was saying, part of the scam is they say they're coming to you and then they don't come. So he knew that the bank knew he was a scammer. And when I said that to him, he said, don't worry, I'm coming to England. And then he'd already made his plans. He was going to see his girlfriend. So he couldn't make England before he went to see his girlfriend. So he told me he was going to America to have this operation on his bottom.
When he told you he was going to see his girlfriend, why you didn't just cut him off from there? Because remember, in the text message,
he didn't. When I asked him if he was going to see his girlfriend, he told me no. And even though he told me that he wasn't going to see the girlfriend, I was adamant when he was over there, I was not going to be shooting for him. So that's all part of the problem. It's all adding up now to where we are here now. Because I told him clearly, I've got text messages. I told him clearly, once you go to America, that's it. I don't want to have any more contact.
How did he feel when you guys support the live goal? Click on the payment method on the left hand corner of your screen. We need $580 something more to start our court case. If I don't get that $559, I'm not doing a court case. Everybody support the live goal. Support the live goal. All right. When you said that to him, how did he react? What was his reaction right there?
Well, if I say something like that, he would say, you're crazy, you're mad, your head, you make up things in your head. He always turns it round into me making an argument, a mountain out of a molehill. He always does that.
Louise, in your own words, let's pretend that we're not speaking about you. In your own words, would you say that Abel scammed you? He's a scammer and a liar, and he's a manipulator. What would you say in your own words? Because we're seeing so many things in this situation.
Okay. And simply, I would say that it was a scam from the start. That's what I would say. I think when Abel saw me, he saw a woman with money. He didn't know how much money I had, but he knew I had money. And the scam was then, because I remember when Abel was calling me. So we were talking when we first met, and we started talking on WhatsApp. And we were talking on WhatsApp, and that was it. We were just talking generally, which was comfortable for me. I just joined the app. I'm a gifter. I didn't come in here for no other reason than entertainment. And one day he just said to me, listen, turn your camera on. I want to see you. Turn your camera on. And I was like, why? I don't want to turn my camera on. Because I didn't know like that. Anyhow, let's cut a long story short. We arranged, I turned my camera on, and Abel recorded me.
Recorded you doing what? Just regular, normal out? Like, just regular?
You know, we just walking around. He told me to... I can't even say these things. These things are so embarrassing. Let's cut that bit. He was recording me. Not sexually. Let me make it absolutely clear.
Abel is saying a lot of things about you. And you have a side on TikTok that believes your story. Only 1 and 2 dirty people I believe Abel. The people who believe Abel don't have dry shit in them, but you will give Abel. So don't be afraid to say what you want to say. People, females, we have to let this not happen to any other females. The females need to know that no Abel dirty deeds. The females need to know, Lady Louise, what Abel is about. He's a wicked, terrible liar. He's a scammer. He's a thief. And he's a manipulator that goes into females' DM telling them that he loves them and try to manipulate them to make them believe that they have something together when they don't.
I think that, I am not innocent in this. I have to take responsibility too. I was wrong, and I was wrong to trust him. I was wrong. There's no excuse that I could make. I was wrong to trust him. A year is no time at all. And this is why sometimes I can't understand how I gave him so much money. And I think it's absolutely crazy.
When you look back and sit down and look into yourself, Louise, I know how you feel. You feel like piece of shit, like fish out of water. I know how you feel. When you look back, Louise, into yourself, when you sat on your couch or sat sitting in your car and look back on everything from the start to now, you wouldn't beat yourself?
Well, I'm trying to be kind of gentle with myself. My dad died. I was feeling really depressed. It's not a year since he's gone. If you lose a parent, you can't get over that in a day. That's not going to go away in a day. I'm going through all the stages of grief. All of those stages of grief where I became,
This is why he played on you. Louise, this is why he did this to you. No, this motherfucker talking about, and this part hurt me. He's a man, yeah, look. And because you don't want him, that's why you did this. Because him don't want you, that's why you did this. No, Louise, again, one last time. Him say, you didn't want him. Him say you're not there with you. Me ask you, 1 year you and him have been doing on a situationship. Louise, you have never, ever sent a vagina picture to Abel?
Never.
Guys, woman where look man. Woman where look, and have Abel ever asked you for a vagina picture?
Never.
Guys, woman where look man. Them now fix up them body and do the video them and send go get the man, guys. This makes sense. He's saying, never, okay. He's saying that the lady are mad over him. And the lady upset because him having woman. So to make this make sense, she said when he told her that his girlfriend was pregnant or him have somebody pregnant, that's when she said enough is enough and cut. What she did to do? Still stay?
We must also remember one thing as well. This started because of Abel. This didn't start because of me. Abel was the one who contacted Roger, not me. So if Abel didn't, contact Roger with all of what he had contacted Roger with and just left it, we wouldn't even be here now. And that's one important thing I want everybody to have in their mind, that Abel started this. Abel and I had an agreement. Nobody was going to say anything. I wasn't going to say anything. He wasn't going to say anything. We would just walk and go our own different ways. I told him.
What was... All right, Louise, we're going to agree upon something. What was the reason you think that Abel contacted Roger? What was the reason for that?
Because I think Abel was afraid. One of the things Abel was saying to me when all this had happened was, why don't I change my name and not be Lady Louise, be somebody else and just, hide away quietly? That's what he wanted me to do. And I said, well, no, I don't want to do that. I haven't done anything wrong. And I just want to be myself. And he was saying, but you're not a social media person. And I said, I know. I don't want to be a social media person either. I'm quite happy to just, live the life I've always been living. It's a good life. He was, worried about himself, about media getting hold of it. And I was like, well, Abel, I'm not going to say anything unless you say something. Because if you say something, if I hear that you've said something to me that's about me that's bad, I'm going to defend myself. Because at some point, Abel would have had to be, people would have been, and he said this to me, he said, what am I, you know, people are going to ask why you're not here. And I said to him, well, why don't you just say to them that, you know, I'm busy, I'm doing things. And he kept saying, no, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell them that. He was putting me under pressure not to leave.
So if you must not leave, what you must do? Just continue and shoot for him then?
That's what it was going to be.
Louise, did Abel ever tell you to contact the bank and tell the bank that it was not you shooting for him, so the bank could give you back all the money you shooted?
No, he never asked me. No, he hasn't asked me that. He's spoken about other people who did that, but he never told me to do that.
All right. So, Louise, here's the thing. Well, I'm kind of messed we up. He said that he told you something in private about the bot, and you send it out.
Yes.
And he's a little bit upset about that because he carried out his mother this morning and the mom must say console him and whatever, which we don't really care about that because the boy wicked. No, the Obia part, Louise, did ever say anything about you with Obia?
No. Every time there was like, you know, a headline about him and Obia being connected to that, he always appeared like embarrassed and, you know, upset to be connected with that. So that was always the impression he gave me, that he wasn't an Obia man. He didn't like being connected with these kind of things, and that he was embarrassed to be connected with it.
Louise is a liar. This boy sit down and burn candle with people's name under it. Did you know that?
Yes, because I also where the candle had, where the camera had fallen, but I didn't really think nothing of it. I really didn't think anything of it. It's only as I reflect and I think about everything, I do believe he had my name on one of those candles.
Him walk with him gift as name in him shoes. Have you ever heard that before?
I've heard that, but again, I didn't think anything of it. You know, I just heard it and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think he did it. I didn't think he didn't do it. I just didn't think anything of it.
Louise, how you feel now? You feel like you will be still gifting Abel?
Oh, no. No. My bank's involved. The police is involved. And I've always said to Abel, because Abel has always been adamant, it's not a scam. I haven't been scamming you.
But Louise, Abel have a way of letting things calm down. Then he's going to call you on another phone and beg and plead, maybe cry to you. And you're going to feel sorry for him. Are you going to go back to all of this and let him, you know?
No. After this is finished, and I mean today is the last day I'm putting any more of my time into this nonsense. As I said, I've handed it over to the bank. I've handed it over to the police. If it's a scam, they're going to tell me it's a scam. And if it's not a scam, it's not a scam. They've already told me it's a scam.
Hold on. You have spoke to the authorities about this?
Yes, I did. Because when I looked back and reflect on everything, I could clearly see that Abel did not. Miss Blinger, there's so much to it. I have to show you all that there's so much to it, and you're going to think I'm crazy, but I can't hear you anymore. I don't know if you can hear me.
I sent my number to Roger to give to you where I collect all evidence in that WhatsApp. You have WhatsApp?
I do have.
Write this number down. Okay. Guys, support the live goal. Thank you so much, Prestige. And people, we're asking you to send the money so we start the court case. Click on the left-hand corner of the screen. We need $559 more. Prestige, big up yourself. Thank you. Okay. Money gone live goal. 876 851 6598. That's my one of the WhatsApp number you can reach me on. Just say, hi, Bling, this is Lady Louise, so I know it's you, because I have a lot of messages from people. Okay. What I'm saying to you now is, you said you handed it over to the authorities, and they're saying that it's a scam. You've been scammed.
Yeah, well, they said it's a scam before. So about who is Philip Wright? Why are you sending him money? Where did you meet?
What did you tell the bank? You told the bank Philip Wright was who to you?
Right. So when they were saying all these things, we agreed that he would be my cousin, I think it was, or something like that. We said we were going to be relatives. And so we went to I went to the bank and I said to him, the bank, he's my cousin. And then they said, have you got any proof that he's my cousin? And then I went back to Abel and I said, Abel, they're asking me for proof that you're my cousin. So he then said to me, I will ask my mum to do a video saying that we are family. And so said, so done. His mum did what he asked her. She went on there, she was holding her ID card and she said, you know, her name and said, you know, Louise, we are family. And Abel's in that video too.
Louise, did Abel mom reach out to you any point in time from yesterday to today about this or anything?
No, because I don't know Abel's mum. You know, I only, you know, when she did the video, I said to her, thank you. That was the only conversation that we've ever had. And once before, I think he had said to me, when we were arguing, and I said, pray for me, because at that point I was convinced that it was over.
Louise, listen. When it was Abel's birthday, Abel was in America, right? Do you know he was there with a female?
Well, it's not really interesting. Because he said to me that his girlfriend that is pregnant, she couldn't go to Mexico with him. And that she got pregnant when he came back from Mexico. See, it's one big old lie with Abel. And you would think to yourself, well, why would he tell me these things? Why would you have to go into so much detail with me? Who am I? I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not, you know, who am I? Why would you tell me so much? It was always a lie to cover a lie with Abel. He always had to tell me a lie to cover himself, because sometimes I would just ask him questions naturally and he couldn't give me natural answers. So he would, you know, talk about...
Louise, are you a sponsor in his talent show?
I am not now. Because of the amount of money that I gave him, he more than had enough to pay for the talent show. I mean, don't listen to Abel. Abel is not poor. Abel is not broke. Abel has a lot of money. You know, he can more than pay for that talent show. He doesn't have to keep asking me for money. I helped him in the talent show, and I said I'm not helping him in the second talent show because I'd given him enough already. Abel is not poor. Abel's just greedy.
Do you know about Catwoman?
No. I know just as much as anybody else who's on TikTok who reads the headlines and reads the comments. So no, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about anybody. One of the things I've been absolutely clear about is I haven't come on TikTok to make friends. I don't talk to people. I get many messages. I do not respond to messages. I don't respond to anything because I'm not here to keep conversations with people. There's only two people that I have held conversations with on TikTok, and it has been Abel and Roger.
How are you? I'm going to ask you a question, Louise. It's not a disrespectful question. It's going to sound like it. How are you mentally now? How has this affected you?
Well, I just take one day at a time. You know, I'm very mindful that my dad hasn't gone very long, and, you know, it's still affecting me and it still affects my family. So, I don't...
So your family know about this?
No, my dad